The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. The numbers for him from a week ago, 6 catches, 80 yards.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
Play action, now it's Daniels. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Now Austin. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though. They trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. This 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Now here's another carry for Harris. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now it's Fields. And this nearly an interception right off the bat. An early crisis averted as that winds up incomplete. Fields. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. They'll try the right side with Harris. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 yards there, just like last play. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
And this one too low.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is he still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat like the guys in the on-deck circle?
I like that. Yeah, just take that little extra weight off of him and start to play freely.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. They hand this off to Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Commanders' offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And as we check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into the weekend, see a familiar name there near the top of the leaderboard, currently second in that category. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
He certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
To throw is Daniels. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Daniels looking to throw. Dancing to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
Holding offense.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Throwing now is Daniels. Gets this complete to Shaheed. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up the third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To the air goes Daniels. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away.
Partner came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, Fields. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Back to throw, Fields. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Fields now to throw. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously, no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense set to take over. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then
and that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Washington. 58 yards.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Daniels. He'll drop that underneath to ETN. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. 2nd down and 8. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Now Daniels. ETN bringing in another one. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And now he's caught. Touchdown, Washington. Ben Sinnott, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting him and by him going up and getting it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Sliding, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Harris running straight ahead, and he can muster only a couple here to the 24. You talk about this Washington defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Now this incomplete, and I don't see any flags coming out. He was clearly in the pocket, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, and that brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now ETN to start the drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
From the 46, here's a 2nd and 4.
Operating from the gun, Daniels.
There's a short one pulled in by Simmett.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. Under a minute to go, clock running in a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Back to throw now on first down.
There's a short one pulled in by Simmett.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Open man left side, Shaheed has it.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down. 7-7, our score after 1.
Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2.
As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw again. Buying time to his...
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And Washington has taken the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Seibert on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Steelers offense and quarterback Justin Fields heading back out there.
And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this again?
Infraction, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, son. Hurry up, hurry up.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
He gets it complete to Harris. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Here we go. Set.
Here's Fields. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin.
So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47.
50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment defense.
Yeah, the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in
Still
front of him.
second down.
He has to watch it move first.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty.
On the option left is Fields.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. On the give, this is Harris.
And he will have the Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Running out of the gun with Etienne.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Alex Highsmith there on the tackle. This is 2nd and 8.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Here's 2nd and 8. Over the middle, that's caught by Harry.
And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Working out of the gun, Daniels.
And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And on 4th down, Ottage, the punt team sending this one away. Here's Austin. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field.
And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Holding offense.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
To throw is Fields. A quick throw there is incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Lavonte David making his presence felt in the backfield.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And he's able to get it out of there. Oh, good move. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne.
A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Forced out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Daniels.
They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now it's Fields.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Here we go. Good.
Now Fields.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line.
The Commanders' offense and Jayden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
To throw is Daniels. That'll be taken in by Shaheed.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
2nd and 6. Daniels looking to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's taken on the 25. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Out of the gun, Fields.
He completes it to Wilson. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Fields. This one deep for Wilson.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will do it.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter.
And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 26-yard line.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Here's Fields.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, You have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now 3rd down and 7. Throwing now is Daniels. To the right side and caught by Sennett. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Screenplay. Here's Etienne.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Here's Daniels.
And this one is incomplete. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
Now Daniels.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Alex Highsmith able to drop it that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Fields now to throw.
His throw incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Back to throw. Fields.
And that is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
He'll take a shot for the end zone.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go to the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Pressure too much here. He's going down.
T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Austin.
13 yards the tally on the return there.
And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They'll begin with much more advantageous starting field position than they did on their last drive as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Fields.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Pat Freiermuth, the intended target.
And it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Fields. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Fields.
A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So here is Washington now to take over.
They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8.
Off the play fake, Daniels.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
On the counter, ETN.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 3rd down and 1. They'll run with ETN.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1, got to be in sync. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Keanu Benton, the one who got in to bury him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking the lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Straight ahead, ETN.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up 1st downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
They'll bring a tight end in motion right.
To the air goes Daniels. That's caught by Sennett.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Infraction, defense.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Still 1st down.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
Steps away to his left.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jayden Daniels taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Commanders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back now in Pittsburgh.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 7.
It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
He finds Pickens over the middle.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
At the Commanders' 40-yard line.
Here's Fields. A short one there to Freiermuth.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Off play action. Fields.
Looking for Austin. Intercepted.
Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. In motion, the tight end. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels over the middle, complete. That's Wheeler. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
They go play action. Daniels. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
ETN up the middle.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Working out of the gun, Daniels.
He finds his man, complete. That's Wheeler. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Back to throw. Daniels.
He'll drop that underneath to Etienne.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
77 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Going to run the toss here to Harris. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
First down, Jack, at the 48-yard line.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here.
On play action, Fields. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. They snap it to Fields. Got an open man, it's Pickens.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Now it's Fields.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
Now Fields.
At the 8-yard line.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
What a way to wrap up the week. Now a big play. It's third down. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. This one, an absolute must. It's 4th and 4.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
To throw is Fields.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Daniels looking to throw. That is caught. And he will have a Commander's first down, and that should just about do it.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Commanders.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did.